please forgive me if I stumble on this because this is dearest to me, it's sensitive to me. I'm not the best in this department. I don't know it all in this department. I don't even have all the answers, honestly. I haven't mastered this myself, but what encouraged me to make this video is because I had a little debacle with my mom, which is the parent that I have a parent wound with. And I just felt the need of, throughout the day, I was actually bothered after not disagreement. It was an argument. I'm gonna be transparent here. It was an argument. And I'm just going to go on a little, take this back a little bit. Before I do so, I just want to say, I guess the reason why I'm fully making this video and trying to be as transparent as I can is because just like myself, it's others out there that's suffering or holding on to, parent wounds and traumas from what their parents may put them through, how they treated them, singled them out, compared them to other siblings, neglected them, abused them in multiple different kinds of ways, emotional, physical, actual, I can't say it on here, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. And I want us to do better. I want us to do better. For so many years, I'm in my 30s, right? Well, actually, why am I even acting like I'm elderly or something, trying to hide it? I'll be 32 this month. And all since I can even remember, okay, I've always had this wound so bad. And the more I lived life, the more it just created and created. And it just dawned on me today, sometimes our parents, whether they was in our lives in and out like mine was, or just consistently there and caused trauma to us at their older age, sometimes, just being transparent here, they may not ever come to changing, or they may even try to change an attempt, which is good too. But sometimes some parents will never give you what you fully need. And you just have to come to agreement with that. We can't force people to be who they're not. We can't force people to love us, even if they're the ones that birthed us or had something to do with creating us, fathers as well. But it is on us to how we respond to it, how we go about healing from it, like get into therapy, getting into self-help groups with other individuals, like in our church and stuff like that, that's going through the same type of traumas or dealing with the same type of mess currently, or, had a parent that passed on them, leaving them behind with a trauma. You know what I mean? So get yourself around individuals that's healing in this department. Get answers, not from that individual, father or mother directly, because sometimes you may not get the answers that you need, but you can seek it out. Seek it in prayer. Go to the Lord about it. Go to church. Read your Bible. Try to heal. God gave us so many resources. It's up to you now to put in the work so you can heal. Don't ever cast your healing into others, because you may not ever get it, even from the ones that birthed you. Now, I had a mother who, since we young, she always compared me to my younger sister. I said this before in one of my other videos, but my younger sister is about 3 years younger than me. She's chocolate skin, super tall. I'm short, the lighter complexion. And my mom just have a thing about chocolate, women, and she just love them. And it's funny because she's very high yellow mixed woman, and she just loves chocolate women, and just adore them. It's to the point where she even favors one of my cousins who's chocolate too. And that's also a reason why I admire, women of that skin complexion as well. Not to make this about skin complexion, but it's a reason for this. We are treated differently because of our skin complexion, but it's not the norm. Normally you hear people saying, oh, the lighter one got it treated better. Not in my family, not in our case. It was the more darker complexion that got the favoritism. And it's like everything that I did always got compared to her. She was the smart one. I had to struggle to learn and be in, special education classes and ELL speech and stumbling over my words and this, that, and the third. So it made me rebellious to my mom. And then also her being in and out of our life and stuff like that. And my older sister taking on the burden of taking care of all four of the rest of us. It just made me, and she didn't put us first also. You know, it just made me very rebellious, very disrespectful, very angry towards her. Because then I started to believe the lies, which is the things she used to say about me, you know, calling me names and putting me down and talking about my educational and where I'm going to be in life when I get older, things of that nature, you know, that really can take a toll on children. And it can change the directory of their life and the purpose that God has for them. But I remember I was around 11 years old. Now, my great aunt, she was the grandmother figure in my life. My grandmother was in our life either. No surprise. But I'm sorry, that was shade. Was it? God forgive me. He knows my heart. But she wasn't. She was in our lives. That's my mom's mom. And her sister, which is my great aunt, Aunt Doris, rest in peace, her soul, rest her soul. She looked at me and I told her all that my mother had put me through. And she was just like, do you know your mother's background? Do you know what she's been through? That she was out on the streets at 13 years old and this, that, and the third. And the traumas and abuse she's experienced in her life and how she is who she is. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I a little bit, but not fully, but still, like, I didn't ask to be here. She's hurting me, my feelings, like, look what it's done to me and things like that. And she said to me, you only get one mother. And then she quoted the Bible, which is the verse here I'm going to state, which is Exodus 20:12. It says, honor your father and mother, then you will live a long, full life in the land the Lord your God is giving you. So my great aunt passed last November. And that my whole family actually took that very heavy. We took that hard. I'm not gonna cry. Ooh, I ain't gonna cry. No, I'm not. She was the one out of all of our family members that always traveled to come visit us because we was the family that moved away from our original state where all the family's from and everybody is rooted, you know? And she was consistent with us and she did, you know, just called us every birthday and sung a little special song. So she had a great influence on us, right? And mind you, you know, old wisdom is nothing like it. You can never pay for old wisdom. And when she said that, I remember when the Lord started calling for me around 2020. Now, he's been working through me, my attitude, my rebelliousness, stripping me of my ways. Mind you, I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to be, not acting to be. I am a sinner just like the rest of us. I just want to do better and try to do better every single day, right? Even if others is not on a board or they're not in their journey, kind of like where I'm at in mine, and even if it doesn't meet mine, that don't give me the right to turn to my old ways, because then those are excuses. You know what I mean? Those are excuses. So ever since God was knocking in 2020, for some reason, whenever my mother tried to like treat me a certain way, disrespect me, come at my mothering, just come at me in all different types of angles. And I can have so much. See, I used to be the type that would, you know, throw daggers in your past back up in your face because now you're coming for me. You know, I never started anything, but I always made sure I finished and then I hurt your soul. You know what I mean? Like, I got that much of a beast inside of me that grew bigger and bigger from the trauma and hurt that was created within me and getting put down by the one person that carried me and birthed me. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing like that type of hurt. Like, I don't know if y'all ever experienced that, but it's nothing like that type of hurt. But so with that being said, I want to try to live my life according to how God asks us to live our lives, to be holy, to forgive, you know. And the reason why also you have to forgive is because if you don't forgive, then how can God forgive you for the sins that we make daily? Because we're going to continue to make them daily, you know. And I remember that's what God said to me. The Holy Spirit said that so loud to me, like she hurt me And he's like, well, you hurt me. And it's like, well, she disappointed me. And it's like, well, you disappointed me too, but I still love you. I'm still here for you. So I kind of see it that way with my mom. Now, I try my best. And I'm trying to encourage others to not give up on trying to fix your heart posture towards those individuals. Now, I'm not saying go out for some of y'all and, let's have a heartfelt talk and let's really just reconcile this thing. No. I'm saying within yourself, within your heart, between you and the Lord in your heart, try your best to forgive, really, truly heal, to really give the hurt to God. And something I pray to God every day is for him to turn my heart towards my mother. Give me the heart of you, Lord, towards her, because I don't have it right now. I don't. Every time I pray that, and I do it daily, I even have to fast on it because it's so hard. It's so hard because as I'm changing, she's still being how she is. Now, mind you, she still has tried over the years to grow. I will give her that. And because of what all she's done to all her kids, she's there for her grandkids. So I give her that too. And because of that, that gives me more grace or more willingness, more than some probably would be up for giving at this point, after all that's been done to me and my siblings. But I'm doing it for the Lord. I'm not even doing it for me and my healing, to be completely honest. I'm doing it because I know that's what God asks us to do. What do I look like asking him to forgive me for my sins, but I can't even forgive my mother, And this leaves me with this scripture, Matthew 7:1-2. Do not judge others, and you will not be judged, for you will be treated as you treat others. The standards you use in judging is the standard by which you will be judged. And I know some of y'all may be like, well, he, touched me. She, abandoned me. I was physically, mentally abused. Oh, yeah, I understand. But I know people that have been R-worded by their father, and they forgave. I know one person that had a baby by their father and they forgave truly in their heart. And when you forgive, that don't mean you need to be around them on Thanksgiving and Christmas and have them around your children and things of that nature. Like, have discernment, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't ask for you to keep going back to people that's going to mistreat and put you down and hurt you. It's okay to have boundaries and standards, but in your heart, you do need to work on trying to be less disrespectful, less responsive when they're still being their old ways. Mind you, you're changing. A lot around you, your parents, they may not be. And a lot of our parents, not all, but a lot are much older than us, but at the end of the day, they're older than us. And what do they say about people I forgot how that saying goes, but it's kind of like, it's hard to teach a dog new tricks. I'm not trying to call these parents on our parents dogs by any means. I'm just trying to give a reference here. But they're stuck in their ways, so to speak, unless they're on a journey too, unless they're, trying to ask for forgiveness or reach out or whatnot. I'm just here to encourage y'all, and even myself. You're going to fall, you're going to mess up like I did yesterday. But try each time that an incident happened, or that they're brought up, or you hear their name brought up, or you think about a time or you get triggered, each time work on how you respond, to be respectful, to lend grace, maybe even let them pass on a few things. Bring it to God. And if you think it's impossible for your heart to be changed towards them in the light of like a heart like Jesus, for him to give you his heart towards them individuals, towards your parent, just listen to this. In Mark 11:24 says, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. So when you go to prayer, as long as you believe that it is yours, that your heart can be restored, that you can heal from that trauma, that you can truly forgive, then it will happen. And that leaves me with this lastly. Mark 10:50-52. my rabbi." The blind man said, "I want to see." And Jesus said to him, "Go, for your faith has healed you." Instantly the man could see, and he followed Jesus down the road. See, the highlight here is when Jesus said, "Go, for your faith has healed you." You have to have faith in these instances. You have to know that God's doing, his power, his healing, what he died on the cross for, surpasses our hurt, our trauma, our pain. You can do it. And it's not about even you can do it. It's about the fact of knowing that Jesus, God, he can do it. You're just a vessel. You're just a vessel. I would really, truly, and this is something why I also work on it as well, because God, I know he want me to. And mind you, our parents is his children too. So just how he go to war for us, he do for our parents too. Even if they don't walk with him, he still have a protection over them. So, and those are his children. So it would be displeasing to him and just really hurtful for him to know that you're holding a rebellion, like a rebellious strike against them and a grudge. Because then he's going to be sitting there at the gates like, then why should I forgive you? You didn't even forgive your parents. And I will really, I don't know, I'm just going to be honest here and just really say this. This may sound a way, I don't know, but I will really hate to put in all this work and try to live my life to the best of the book and the good Lord to get to the gates. And he say, you did not forgive, so you cannot come with me. I just, that's why I try every day. And I want you all, and I encourage you all to try too. I gave some tools. I myself are using these, and I still have some work to do. I am not perfect. I be wanting to still resort back to old Lanier and really go in, not even just on my mother, but just people in general, like loved ones and some friends and things like that. But you really have to work on forgiving. It's big. It's important, not just for to make it to the kingdom, and also because God said so, but carrying that weight every single day when you don't have to. Today I was at work. I like my new job. I love it, the people there and everything. And it's a shame that I had to sit there for 8 hours and feel heavy about something that happened the night before, a whole nother day, when I don't have to, and you don't have to either. Forgive. It takes time. It's not going to happen overnight, but I encourage you to try each day. God bless. Take care.